Trump finally slaps back at vicious but not smart Omarosa. More than 24 hours after Omarosa Manigault Newman began an all-out TV blitz to promote a tell-all White House memoir, Donald Trump tapped his gigantic social media audience to paint her as a holy terror in the West Wing. In Unhinged, the former Trump aide alleges there are audio outtakes from The Apprentice showing the president using the N-word to describe African Americans. She claimed Monday that she made a Situation Room tape of Chief of Staff John Kelly firing her only after his aides locked her in the secure area and refused to let her see a lawyer. Wacky Omarosa, who got fired 3 times on The Apprentice, now got fired for the last time. She never made it, never will, Trump blasted a few hours later on Twitter. She begged me for a job, tears in her eyes. I said okay. People in the White House hated her. She was vicious, but not smart. Trump suggested that most of the drama that followed Omarosa around 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue went on underneath the Oval Office's high-powered radar. I would rarely see her but heard really bad things. Nasty to people and would constantly miss meetings and work, he added in a 2-part tweet. Ultimately, the president said, he considered Omarosa a booster and wanted her to stay in her job conducting outreach to black communities, over Kelly's objection. When Jen. Kelly came on board he told me she was a loser and nothing but problems, Trump tweeted. I told him to try working it out, if possible, because she only said great things about me, until she got fired. In a 3rd tweet, the president defended himself for getting down in the mud with Team Trump's newest apostate. While I know it's not presidential to take on a lowlife like Omarosa, and while I would rather not be doing so, he wrote, this is a modern-day form of communication and I know the fake news media will be working overtime to make even wacky Omarosa look legitimate as possible. Sorry. Over the weekend at his New Jersey golf club estate, Trump told reporters that his one-time ally was a lowlife. But Manigault Newman revealed an audio recording Monday morning of a friendly phone call she said Trump placed to her the day after her December 2017 firing. The astonishing 22-second audio clip shows the president telling her that he knew nothing about her dismissal. He is heard assuring the one-time reality TV contestant that he wasn't happy to see her leave. Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw in the news that you're thinking about leaving? What happened? Trump asks her. She responds, General Kelly came to me and said that you guys wanted me to leave. No, nobody even told me about it, Trump says, leading her to interject, wow. You know, they run a big operation, but I didn't know it, Trump tells her. I didn't know that. God damn it. I don't love you leaving at all. Manigault Newman said Monday that Donald Trump has no clue what's going on, concluding that he's not fit to hold office. John Kelly is running this White House, she said, and Donald Trump has no clue what's going on. He's being puppeted, and that's very dangerous for this nation. It's not unusual for a president to be in the dark about staffing decisions in a White House that employs hundreds of people. A White House official told DailyMail.com on Monday that Omarosa apparently thinks she's important enough to be on Trump's radar 24/7. Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani fumed Monday morning on Fox and Friends that Manigault Newman came off as arrogant. Donald Trump made her. He said. What kind of ingratitude? And he said it's unremarkable that Kelly, not Trump, handled the management of wayward aides. Most of the things about her never came to him. They don't walk in and say to the president, so-and-so leaked something, or so-and-so is fighting with this one in the White House. If you did that, the president couldn't do his job. That's for the chief of staff to handle, he explained. The question of whether Trump may have used a racial slur to refer to African Americans on his show's Trump Tower set has hung in the political air since 2016. Manigault Newman claimed Monday that more than one such recording exists. There are multiple tapes, she said Monday on the Today Show of audio outtakes from The Apprentice. She claimed to have heard at least one of them personally. Initially deflecting questions about how and when she was able to listen to it, she eventually explained to host Savannah Guthrie that it's about 3 minutes. It's audio. He was talking about some African Americans in the production throughout the course of The Apprentice. "That's unacceptable," she said. Amanda Galt-Newman said she didn't have possession of any of the audio, but the people who have the tape intend to release the tape. She focused on what she claimed was an election year discussion in which one campaign aide, Katrina Pearson, said she believed the recording was real. There was a conference call among campaign workers, Jason Miller, Lynn Patton and Katrina Pearson, where we talked about the possibility of him saying it, Amanda Galt-Newman said Monday. And his own spokesperson, Katrina Pearson, said, "I have heard from a credible source that yes, he said it." Pearson flatly denied a similar allegation on Sunday, telling DailyMail.com that she has never heard President Trump ever use the derogatory language that Omarosa claims and that she never confirmed the existence of an alleged tape from The Apprentice to her. "That's a complete fabrication by Omarosa," Pearson said. "I feel pity for Omarosa as she embarrasses herself by creating salacious lies and distortions just to try to be relevant and enrich herself by selling books at the expense of the truth." Unhinged, indeed. Confronted on Monday with video from a 2017 television interview in which she insisted Trump was not a racist and she would never work for him otherwise, she claimed she was trying at the time to avoid turning the West Wing against her. "I was being very cautious about what I said, so as not to upset these folks," she claimed Monday. Amanda Galt-Newman shocked the political world on Sunday with an audio tape of her own firing made in the ultra-secure Situation Room. In Monday's contentious Today Show interview, she claimed she was held there against her will and accused the White House of subjecting her to false imprisonment. She wouldn't explain how she recorded her firing, however, saying, "I'll just leave that to your imagination. It's not acceptable for four men to take a woman into a room, lock the door and tell her that she cannot leave," the former White House aide said. "The moment I said I would like to leave, and they said I can't go, it became false imprisonment." She also said the unnamed men who confined her in the Situation Room prevented her from having contact with a lawyer. "I came out of that Situation Room, I was terrified. I was very concerned about my well-being, about what these powerful people would do to me after they threatened me," she recalled. "There are other people who have been treated this way by General Kelly," she claimed, while not naming any of them. She suggested, however, that she may be protected by federal whistleblower statutes. Asked if she is worried about the consequences of exposing the Trump White House to public ridicule, she replied, "No, absolutely not." Amanda Galt-Newman parried several other questions, telling host Savannah Guthrie that she would have to read her book, on sale Tuesday, for answers. "You know that it's a 7-minute interview," she lectured. "Now we're at 10.